What's going on, my powerlifting people? So the first news today that we're going to be going over is that USA Powerlifting, USAPL updated their rulebook. So this is a combination of some proposals that passed at their annual NGB meeting that just happened at their Raw Nationals. In addition, the technical committee was already looking into making some updates to the rulebook. So now they finally released the new rulebook that has all these changes. And these changes are going to be a combination of small stuff and big stuff. So some of it was just clearing out some of the rulebook as far as mentioning the IPF and the IPF worlds, putting in their own definition for how to break world records in USAPL now that they're on their own, and other minor things like that. But then also they did do the changes that passed at the annual meeting based on the proposals that members submitted, as well as some other bigger rule changes on their own as far as what kind of grip you can use on bench press, because now they're being more definitive as far as all the fingers have to be gripping the bar on the bench press, and other things as far as like protesting calls and the jury being able to overturn calls, where now they can overturn a 3-0 call, where before with the IPF and USAPL it's always been a 2-1 call. So now even if a lifter gets 3 white lights or 3 red lights, it can be overturned by the jury, or someone can go and protest that call. Next up, also on the USAPL side, is they've announced a couple of competitions going forward for next year. So one, they announced the location of the Raw Nationals, which just recently happened. Next year, it's going to be in Salt Lake City, Utah. In addition, USAPL announced a Euro Tour, so now they can offer competitions for the USAPL affiliates in Europe, like Ireland, Netherlands, and England. In addition, if someone isn't part of an affiliate, it's possible they can still enter these competitions and compete in the Euro Tour and whatever they got going on as far as the meets in these different locations, any kind of prize money, any way to make it into the other USAPL events like the Arnold or Pro Series. We'll see as they put out more information for this Euro Tour. And since we can't go into further detail as far as all these news stories, I'll be putting down links down in the description below that can get you to, the NGB minutes, that can get you to the updated rulebook, and that can get you to additional information regarding the Euro Tour or other international and national competitions next year for USAPL. And the final piece of news for the USAPL side of things before we go to the IPF side is that they did put out their criteria for the Arnold Sports Festival next year. So we already knew USAPL was going to be at Arnold. We already knew what weekend it's going to be because the Arnold puts out those dates very far in advance, but we didn't know as far as what kind of events USAPL is going to have on each day, and then what is the criteria to qualify for each of those events. So now that their nationals is over, they went and started updating their website and posting stuff on social media, going over all the criteria. So again, we'll link that down below so you can go and check out all that information and see whether you qualify for any of those events in case you want to compete in the Arnold Sports Festival. Now, when we switch over to the IPF side, the IPF also updated the rule book. So I don't think it's as big as far as the rule changes. The IPF does like minor changes here or there, every few years. And they also give time as far as the rules don't apply till January 1st of 2024. So for the rest of the competitions for 2023, the IPF is still sticking with their standard rule book. The rules go into place on January 2024 for going forward for 2024 for those competitions. And like I said, some of the things are just like minor updates as far as the wording to things, but some of like maybe the more important updates is you want to go look at the new rules as far as sub juniors not being able to compete in the open age division. So the open age division now starts at 19 years old and up, whereas before it was 14 years old and up. And also the rule, which I'm not 100% clear on whether it applies to all meets, but it seems like it only applies to championships that are multiple age divisions. But in those multi-age division championships, someone who's competing as a Masters 3 or Masters 4 competitor cannot enter the open. They want those athletes competing in the Masters 3 and 4, since those divisions often have less competition, less depth. So they don't want those athletes then coming over and competing in the open and having even less depth in those M3 and M4 divisions. So in those multi-age championships, they have to stick with their regular age division, the M3s and M4s. So again, links down below so you can go read the rule book and be ready for 2024. In addition, for the IPF, they put out their qualification criteria for the World Games. So for those people that don't know, the World Games happens every 4 years and it's a multi-sport event. So very similar to Olympics. Like as you should know, the Olympics has multiple sports and it happens on a 4-year term. So the World Games is the same thing, but for the sports that are not in the Olympics, and happens the year after the Olympics. So they are preparing for that, with the World Games being in 2025 in China, with the qualification process for 2024. So they put out that qualification process now so everyone can read up on it, be prepared for what competitions they want to do in 2024 to try and qualify for the World Games. And in 2025, the World Games is going to be the first time where the IPF is going to be offering both the equipped division as well as the raw classic division, where previously they were only offering the equipped. Now they have some more spots and more sessions. I'm assuming they're able to split up and do half equipped and half classic. So it's going to be, instead of 12 per weight class, which is what it was before for equipped, it's going to be 8 per weight class because they do still have to split it between equipped and classic. But now classic does get a chance to get in. It's going to be more difficult to get a spot, but now classic lifters have the opportunity to go to the World Games. So that's going to be a new thing for the classic side of IPF lifting. And the final piece of news, if you've been following us on social media at The Strength Guys, then you know we did start up our mentorship program. So for anyone who wants to learn more about programming for powerlifting, whether you are someone who is a coach wanting to improve your skills, whether you're someone who's looking into being a coach and you want to learn and you don't know exactly where to learn, or if you're just an athlete who coaches for yourself, you're not looking into building out a business, but you just want to be better at programming for yourself and saving money rather than hiring a coach, then we do offer a mentorship program. And we have different tiers to the mentorship program. So again, I'll put links down below so you can go check it all out. So we have live classes on a weekly basis for people that want to sign up and be able to learn on the spot, do assignments, ask us questions, all those kind of things. We also have a pre-recorded version. So if people don't want to spend as much money, who are more self-sufficient and kind of want to learn on your own time and your own pace as far as when you're going to do the classes rather than be forced to do it on a weekly basis, is you can then get the pre-recorded lectures and just watch it on your own time, and you can watch it multiple times. You can do the assignments, everything like that, and learn everything on your own. In addition, outside our main mentorship program, which is 12 weeks or 12 courses for you to learn from different topics that we believe to get you started as far as a powerlifting coach or being able to coach yourself, is we have these additional courses or these additional lectures as our add-on pack. So you can go into the add-on pack and learn more if you want to learn more about strength and conditioning, if you want to learn more about biomechanics, if you want to learn more about game day coaching and those kind of things. So there are additional one-off lectures that you can learn if you want to learn on a specific topic, or if you want to add it on to the mentorship program to learn even more to get yourself started. So definitely something worth checking out. So use the link down below to get to that, as well as everything else that I've gone over in this video. And that's everything I have for you. If I missed any news information, be sure to comment down below and I'll catch you in that next video.